For the key concepts of phonology, which are syllable structure, the word stress, intonation, sentence and phrase stress, phonotactic constraints, lexical gaps, and the rationale behind phonological rules. So the first one is the syllable structure. A syllable structure can be broken down into three main parts as shown in the diagram. So this here is called the sigma. So what is siya mo ay kanang
Sigma.
So that there is the one
Sigma sign.
label nga gigamit to label the entire syllable. So a syllable consists of some parts. The first one is the onset. The onset is the beginning of the syllable and is made up of one or more consonants. In this case, the onset is the one letters S, B, and L. So spl, spl, yeah. So can an onset in a syllable structure be a vowel? No, it cannot be a vowel, actually. Since by definition, the onset must consist of one or more consonants, meaning that if it starts with a vowel, it functions as a nucleus, or is called the null onset or zero onset. So the second part is the rhyme, and the rhyme is divided into two parts, which are the nucleus and the coda. So the nucleus is the core of the core, or the vowel sound, or the letter there is letter I. So ang nucleus kay I. And then the second part of the rhyme is the coda, which is made up of consonant that comes after the vowel sound. So ang coda dira kay NTS. So the words, so the onset spl, the nucleus is I, and the coda is so the word there is len. So one na siya ka syllable.
Yeah.
So natay like example tayo tagay ko word nga naay duha ka syllable. Atuwa siyang in an
Like a tree diagram.
diagram. Yeah.
Oh my God!
Yeah. Tagay ko yung word nga naay duha, like simple lang, it's like simple lang. Control. So the word control. So sigma. Dili mo agas. Dili siya mo agas mo. Dili siya mo agi ba?
Air Pro. Air Pro.
Why does I
Give me toiletries.
Para.
I have something.
So the word control, CONTROL. So ang sigma, okay. Na di siya mo agas ma'am. Ay, ito na sigma. So ang onset niya kay onset. Ang onset sa word nga control, ang first syllable sa control. Con. So ang onset, ang
C.
C, very good. So C.
Rhyme nucleus
Okay,
is
right.
O. Tama ba?
Yan. The nucleus is
O.
O. And the
TR.
coda is
TR. L.
N.
N. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Second syllable
Okay,
syllable
two syllable di ay siya.
Yeah, by syllable kay syllable structure.
I get it now.
So sa kaning nga word,
I get it.
asa man?
You try this. So you have your, so ganito, sigma.
Sigma, tapos ang onset niya ma'am kay, the onset is C.
Use ang pen, tila.
Ah?
Use the pen.
Ay, use the pen.
No, I don't think you can use the pen here.
Ay, use.
Oh, thank
Ay,
you.
Okay.
Hala, nauuya sa sigma. Wait lang.
Sigma.
Oh, kamalun na ko guys. Ay, color green. Okay. Wow, number 6 yan. So, onset sa kuan. Wow. So, letter C. So, the word there is control, di ba?
Yeah.
Very good. Tapos, ang right is, consists of
Nucleus and
So,
coda.
the nucleus sa first nga.
Oh.
Yes, very good. And the coda is?
And.
Very good. So the next syllable, we will be structuring the next syllable, which is?
True.
Yes, very good. Oh my God, you are so good, guys.
Thank you.
Yes. Tapos good, Onset.
TR onset.
Onset. Tapos?
TR onset.
Yes. T.
R.
R. And then the rhyme.
Nucleus is
Nucleus is?
O.
Very good.
L.
Yes. So that is how you structure that syllable. Okay, you get it na? Yes. Good God, that is so sayon. So, shall we proceed? Shall we na?
Wait,
That's example. Okay, go. Asa man?
Mother.
Mother. Okay.
Sa'yo na ang mother.
Okay, tagay kong lisod. Ay,
Rendezvous.
Ay,
Go to morphology. Ano ha? Morphology next.
Should be time ba?
Ay, ito ka lang. Basta mo
Ano sa?
Ano itong proto?
Ay,
Ay,
na.
sampot bang po di ay? Kaya tinapot na rin.
So, ay, mauna na siya.
Kinsa na ano, kinsa ng pencil?
Catcherly.
Ano sunod ha? Okay, para magsulat-sulat mo diya.
So, wala, dito ta ali oy may experience. So, ang una nga onset is ay, what's the first syllable sa?
Miss.
Okay, so the first, the onset here is ano ba?
Miss.
M. Emra. Okay, M. And then the nucleus is I. And then the coda is?
Wala na. First syllable na kami. Miss, C.
Oh,
Yes.
dili siya pwede actually.
Kaya nga dapat
Kay Kuan.
Walay.
Kay dapat
dapat.
tay coda.
Dapat.
So, what's ka S? Isa ka S. Ito
Okay.
ma'am,
Kasama na.
ang sa miss sa Mississippi, ma'am.
Missy.
Next.
Miss.
Yes.
Mississippi.
Dayon, wato na po ka sa sedan nga.
Yes.
Syllable.
Syllable.
Onset.
Ay, sakto. Sakto ra.
So, ayun
Sakto
na
kay
po
double
mo
S.
ang isa mga S.
Yes. Yes, ma'am. Tapos I. Tapos?
S.
Yes. Nalahin na po sa.
S-I. I-S.
Tapos I. Tapos na.
S-I-P.
S. I.
B.
B. Tapos?
C. Oh, ayun. So, the question will be,
Ang
what
salat.
is the last syllable?
Ulit may
Mississippi. Mississippi. It's P. Mississippi. But you don't have any more nucleus.
Wala na yung coda.
Wala na siya, not even a nucleus because it's only 2 letters. So dapat tulugin sila. This is as far as syllabication is concerned.
Yes.
Wala siya onset for the last syllable, P.
Yes.
But you cannot say it as a nucleus because a nucleus has to be in the center.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay?
Oh.
So, wala siya yung opinion. Onset rin
Syllable
natin.
per syllable is two logical letters or more.
At least two.
Yes. That is why, people, you have to be careful about syllabicating. Diba? You syllabicate, you divide the words. Diba? Naamala sa inyong manuscript, you put a hyphen. Is it a hyphen or a dash? So you break your word into syllables. And sometimes when you say science or science, you don't need, what are you going to do? Science, how many syllables is science? The science of everything.
Saya.
Try to see if you can do that. Nucleus, coda, something like that. Psi. Neither that. Oh. Guys, dili ko ni pwede ni atong kahitang dire. This is so unrealistic. Mura kung nisunod og langom. It's so
Asa sila? Nasa sila activity? Sa Buglasa?
Oo, wala siya sakit diri, man sakit sa Norso gyud basta.
Buglasa.
Dili sakit sa Norso. Masakitan ang Norso kung naan ang buglasan. Dili siya healthy.
Sa booth siguro.
Balik sila.
Pero ang organ, ang consonant sound.
Bagoy na.
Pero ang base.
Organ.
Why? Where are you now? Sigh.
Science.
My question will be, is it all about graphemes or phonemes?
Oh my God.
Graphemes are letters.
Phone.
Is it about graphemes or phonemes? Sounds. See? But either way kasi, are phonemes. Not the spelling of splints. But splints, of course, you can spell it as S-P-L-I-N-T-S, right? Splints. But science will bear a different spelling. There is no C. Because that is only a sound. Sige. Transcribe. Science. Yes, correct. You have to transcribe it first.
Ay, okay. Ayaw. Ana, ay. Ay, baliktad. Baliktad siya ka. Okay.
But always remember, people, that there are exceptions to rules, okay? The word science shouldn't be celebrated in the first place. Because it has a very limited number of letters. And if you say it, it's only, you don't say science. Yeah, just say science. I know you are listening, they're not listening.
Nawala siya, ma'am. Ay, ma'am.
Ha?
Nawala siya.
Just stop the TV. Just stop the TV.
Ay.
Back to the plus sign. Tap the TV to your left.
Last.
Ha?
Tap the TV to your left. Just tap it.
Tap.
Tap. Just
Ay,
tap.
tap. Ay, tap. Asa?
Pinatang easy. Green.
Ana. Ana.
Where is it? Where is Dano? Nawala. Where is it?
Nawala.
Up. Doon sa up. Ayaw.
Nalibog ko siya sa science.
Can you please stop the Neura? Ako na Neura class.
I can open it.
So you can also write here. Neura boy.
So, sige na sa science.
Padaki ang
Ano ba rin Mississippi?
pabagaan daw. Magaay gamay.
Ulang lagi siya.
Asam to ba to?
Ulang siya.
Sila
Onset, right.
Sila Syllable structure.
You notice that your example on splints is only one set, one tree diagram. You only have one onset, one rhyme, under rhyme, nucleus, not different from Mississippi. Because basically splints is only one syllable. Or just like when you say science, yeah, you see it's the word science, but you have to be careful about the phonemic representation. Phonemic representation. So it's not the SC, but the S sound, which is only one onset. Then the next one is the triphthong.
Aya.
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 Then the
Tapos tong ending nga.
Aya.
Muduha pag yun ging, muduha pag yun ng NS, di ba? Muduha pag
Ay,
yun siya.
yes ma'am. Kung pila ka buok ang kuan, like, ang kuan sa segmentation.
Because you have the I, which is your diphthong, but there is an additional sound, the schwa sound, which is incorporated in the sound I. Because you don't say psi, because that's the word sign and symbol. Because that is science. That is different from the sign and symbols. Oh, sige. But without the schwa in your nucleus, that becomes the sign in the symbol. Get it? So it's only a matter of the very little weak schwa, and then it all alters. So there you know. So careful about hearing your teachers, especially from the basic education, and tell them that always ang phonology, di mo na science, Bachelor of Science in Education. What? You're deaf? Mute? Deaf mute. Sign language? Bachelor of Science in Language. No, Bachelor of Science. Bachelor of Science Language.
Sign language.
You know what I mean?
Sign language.
Okay, can you go back?
O sa ulit pagkuan guys.
I-ano lang siya down. I-exit lang siya. Okay. Nawala good ni siyang ano.
Anong kilo?
Nawala ko kuan.
Ha?
Ay, Dora. Ay, dili na mo.
Wala. Exit. Clear all. Okay. So, anyway, bakit ka nawawala? Apps ko ng game.
Korean.
Ano ko siya?
Kabalo ka?
I-connect lang po.
Kunay ko sa...
Korean na go car.
Sige, kailangan ba kay Lindon? Kailangan ba kay Lindon?
Nanay mo.
Represent.
Pindot na ba and ila? We love you, our science queen.
Saya.
Our Mississippi queen. Our syllable structure queen. The queen of all.
Bachelor of Science in Business Administration.
Ay, simulation.
Soft copy dira si
From the bottom of my vision. I signed. Oh, si Koreano,
Now that we are done with the syllable structure, diba kasabot mo tanan?
Yes. Yes, Miss
We
Ira.
are now going to dive into the word stress. So in English, many other languages, one or more syllables in every word has stress. In English, stress can be contrastive, meaning showing the differences between two things that you can compare them, and helps to distinguish nouns from verbs. So the first example here is the word pervert. It's a noun. As in my neighbor is a pervert. A pervert meaning a person whose sexual behavior is regarded as unacceptable. The second one is pronounced as pervert. Verb, as in to don't pervert the idea, meaning to alter from the original state. Pervert. Okay, now pronounce the two. Una ang noun. 3, 2, 1, go. Pervert. Okay. Second one. Pervert. Very good. Now, okay. The second example is the word subject. Okay. So the first one is pronounced as subject. Subject. It is noun, as in let's change the subject, meaning a person or thing that is being discussed. So it is pronounced as subject. Okay. And the second one is pronounced as subject. Verb, as in he'll subject us to criticism, meaning expose or put through. Okay. Now let us pronounce the two words. Subject. Subject. So now, British English and American English have different stress patterns, which also leads to reduction of different vowels, both of which cause differences in pronunciation. Now, I have here some examples on how the British English and American English is being.
I would just like perhaps to remind you that we don't intend to. Our presentation there is only like to give you an idea, but we have no intention to really learn British English and put it within our sphere, because we are supposed to be observing the English, the American English.
Yes,
Okay. Okay.
Okay. The noun there is record. Record. And the American English is pronounced as record. Record. The verb is record. Record. And American English there is record. Record. Okay.
Sige, darling. Maloy ko nimo. Never mind, they know what to do with that. I think there are YouTube instructional materials that will show you the differences between the British and the English terms as per pronunciation. Ha? Okay. Dahil nalibog na unya ta. Ay mo na import.
Okay, now let's proceed. So let's proceed to the sentence and phrase stress. So when words are combined into phrases and sentences, one syllable receives more stress than others. Phrasal stress can distinguish a compound noun from an adjective plus noun combination. Now here are examples of the compound noun and the adjective plus noun. So there, the stress in the first word is tight. So tightrope. Tightrope, meaning a rope for acrobatics. And then the adjective plus noun is tightrope. Tightrope.
We put a going tightrope. It's a tightrope. Meaning to say it's a tightrope. Meaning to say that the emphasis is on the rope. The tight there is only an adjective to the rope. Tightrope. As a tightrope.
So tightrope is a rope drawn taut.
That is why I would like to emphasize here, people. Okay, listen up. Before that sound is. You have to read very carefully. We call it co-text. We call it co-text and context. That is why in your semantics, this will come back. Mubalik di siya because it has something to do with meaning. This is something to do with meaning. So meaning to say that if the story is about mga nasa circus. If the context was on a circus, definitely there is going to be a tightrope in one word. In one word. Because the context is a circus, right?
Yeah.
But whether it be at home or in the, how do you call that, in the farm, you can find a farmer tightening up his rope because he needs to have a tight rope to pull his carabao. Yo, get it?
Yeah.
Okay, go. So that is the context there. But the tightrope, that's the two-word tightrope, shouldn't be used in the context of the circus. Although you are still, because there's a tightrope. Because here, this is the whole noun. The whole noun, taken as a whole noun. A tightrope. This one is a rope that is tight. That's the semantics there. It's not just any kind of rope, but it's a rope that is tight, or a tightrope. But still, you say it a tightrope. It's a tightrope. You get what I mean?
Yes.
Okay, so that falls under semantics. So another one is a red goat. A red goat, you still say it is a red goat. But in the context of war, the civil war between the Americans and the British, so you can usually find a red goat, the red goats. But of course, we would like to say that the red goats wore red coats. Doesn't it make sense?
Yes.
And a tightrope has to be tight. Get it?
Yeah.
You cannot call it a tightrope, and you cannot use it in acrobatics if it is not tight. Get it? Okay. So a hot dog. Well, not necessarily. It's a frankfurter, so you call it a frankfurter.
So sausage.
Yeah.
That's sausage. Sausage.
It's called in different names. So you have the frankfurter, you have the sauerkraut, you have the sausage, you have the sauerkraut in German,
Yes.
then you have the French frankfurters, and then the hot dog. What about when you say an overheated dog? What is an overheated dog? Dog will overheat.
Dog na pinitan.
Like literal
A dog that
Aggressive. Wala na, initan mo. Or katulad yun ang ilong na gabiga na yun.
yes.
Then the White House. Should the White House in the United States at the Capitol Hill be blue? It has to be white.
Yeah.
That's why it's called a White House.
White House is a White House.
And look at the spell. Look at how it is written. Written. So you have the red coat, which is a noun. On the left, the White House, which is a building, an established building primarily. And then, should the White House be white? Well,
Yes.
definitely yes. Definitely yes. But the White House has become a residence of the President of the United States. But we have White Houses here. Not necessarily the residence of the President.
But a house made in.
So there you go.
Yeah.
It's your semantics.
Yeah.
Tapos yung difference sa capitalization.
Yes. Oh. Okay. Question. Proper noun.
But there is no capitalization for hot dog nor a tightrope because these are common nouns. You know that.
So another an example is the greenhouse. Kaya greenhouse effect. O greenhouse nga, balay na greenhouse. Yes. Kaya sabot mo. Okay, let's proceed. Yeah. Sabot mo.
I put like right hand.
Oh, right hand nga. Kung like, parang secretary something. Tapos right hand nga, right hand.
Ano yung hard palette to hard palette to literal o hard na palette?
Ha?
Paint.
Irrelevant.
Yeah.
Also, meaning sa usang hard palette.
Different spelling yun ha.
Oh yeah, ang
Hard
palette.
palette and hard palette.
Dere?
Ang palette like
Palette yung palate.
Ang palette yung hard
Tapos ang
palette.
P-A-L-A-T-E for the.
Yeah.
How do you spell the paleta?
P-A-L-L-E-T-E.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay, now we are going to discuss about the intonation. So, pitch is a phonemic feature in some languages. And for these languages, the pitches are known as contrastive tones. In intonation languages, pitch is important for the pitch contour or intonation. In intonation languages like English, Intonation can be used to distinguish questions from statements and can also disambiguate sentences in some cases. So, what siya? Very sabotable. Like, ngayon ka nga, like, this is your home. So, statement. Like, ngayon question, this is your home? And then, you're pretty. So, sabi siya, question or statement?
Statement.
You're pretty?
Question.
Yes, exactly. Now, let's proceed. Sabotable siya kaya na take up natin siya sa phonetics. Now, we are going to discuss about this. Sequential constraints of phonemes. Knowledge of phonology includes information about what sequences of phonemes are possible and which are not in a particular language. The limitation and sequences of segments are called phonotactic constraints. Phonotactic constraints are based on syllables and vary from language to language. Now, in English constraints. 2 stops at the beginning of a syllable. In English, you cannot have 2 stops like in the onset position of a syllable.
Together.
Together, yes. For example, you won't find a word like tap, tap at the beginning. Instead, English allows combinations like SP or like the word na spit, ST like stench, and cl like class. But not and okay, like what is that?
Why is that?
Just because.
Look at the IPA. They belong together.
Yeah.
You can see that.
If they belong
If
together.
they belong together, you cannot put them juxtaposed to each other.
Yes.
But never mind about the twee.
Yeah,
Or the
wala
twee.
tweet.
That is another language.
Yes. So, allowed onsets are and cool. So, as in speak, as in stop, cool as in clap. So, yeah, then the onsets are not allowed is kato. Kato galing kaya ni ma'am nga, if osa sila, like, they should not be
Put together.
juxtaposed to one another. Okay, now we're
How
going
do you pronounce the double P in the first place at the onset?
Pat.
Like, no.
P lang.
So it has to be the single phoneme lang yan. My God. As in JD.
So like, if inanion na lang ganing spelling, so might as well wala na lang sa like pat na lang kasi di ba? Yeah, irrelevant na siya. So irrelevant na ganing.
Not allowed onset.
Now, let's delve into the lexical gaps. Lexical gaps or accidental gaps are words that don't exist in language but could exist because they conform to phonotactic constraints of language. For example, the words like crook, crook, and crike are not currently words in English, but they could be.
They could be.
Follow man siya sa allowed onsets. Allowed man ang iyahang pagkuan sa words ay sorry graphemes ba tawag?
Sa graphemes niya, okay ra siya.
Yes, ma'am.
But they don't
Exist. Yes,
in the
ma'am.
English lexicon.
Could be.
But in your phonotactics, okay ra siya.
So advertisers make use of their knowledge of phonotactic constraints to create new product names, while Bic, Xerox, and Kodak are okay. We're unlikely to see a new brand or product. Sleep. So ang word nga sleep, although dili siya wala siya like dili siya word nga nag-exist, pwede siya kay i-follow man siya sa pagkuha sa phonotactic constraints. Yeah.
But that is not Xerox, that is zero.
Ay, zero.
Because even if it is an X, it is a Z.
Okay, ma'am.
It's voice. So the following word should be long. Should be tense. Zero.
Pwede pa pa zero.
Just like when you say zero.
Zero.
Hindi zero ha, it's zero. Zero. No. Let's say zebra.
Xerox, pa Xerox.
Pwede pa Xerox.
Because that is not pronounced as X like suck. That is the k sound. No, not that. The X is the k sound. But in that is only the graphology. But if you go to phonology, it will be z, like the zeta sound.
So these gaps occur due to the limitations of lexicon or specificity of certain concepts or cultural factors. Now, let's answer why the phonological rules exist. Many linguists believe that phonological rules exist to ensure that the
Time naging. Sige, last.
the phonetic forms of words do not violate the phonotactic constraints of language. So for example, English has a phonotactic constraint that prevents words from ending with two obstruents whose voicing features don't match. So the word walked, you will not pronounce it as walked. Dapat walked siya kay voiceless man ang K. So, dapat siya nga consistent nga voiceless kay, for example, cold. Ang word kay cold. Voiced man siya. So, dapat inigsumpay nimo consistent sad nga voice. Oh, cold, dili cold. Diba? Like, walked. Di siya walked. Yeah. Walked siya. Kato gini, diba? Naman ito color kasi mo ha.
Yeah.
Kung
Voiceless.
Pero voice gani, voice dapat which is if voiceless dapat
Oh.
Yes. Actually, I have here some examples. So, like, kaning letter P is conscious. Voiceless siya mo ang iyahang if para mo consistent mo ang iyahang pronounce sa iyahang past tense kay hoped. Di ka mo yung hoped. I hoped that. I hope that. Same as the word like. Like. Dili siya liked.
Liked.
Oh, di siya liked.
I liked it.
And then the word cold.
Cold.
Kay, kung siya, voice man siya, meaning ang iyasang chorus kay voice para consistent siya.
Cold.
Yeah.
Cold.
Keeps the voicing consistent. Okay. Ella, can you give an example wherein ang kuan niya kay voiceless ang both the kanang last nga kuan tapos ang sumpay sa inig mo kuan of voiceless like walked, hoped, liked, words like that. Can you give us an example? Walked. Mo to kanina. Like talked. Very good. Yeah, paghatag og like pero na voice. Okay, Jude. Ha? No. I mean like the past tense ba? Past tense. Ay, wala siya mo agad. Joked. Blessed.
D.
Yes.
Ang slip mo ng past tense.
Slept.
Can you give us an example sa voice? Voice. Ay, past tense. Bakata ka?
Diba voice ang bili?
Pick. Yeah. Wala siya. Voiceless niya.
Voiceless ang bili.
Ha? Burn. Oh, burn. Oh.
Alam mo yung bili? Cold.
Slip. Tisha. Yeah, voiceless.
Ila, question, cannot believe.
Believe.
Ang word nga believe.
Voice.
Voice na siya.
Voice na.
Voice,
Voice, voice.
one. Vibration lang.
Ang
So meaning, ang pronunciation sa Didia kay voice
Voice.
consonant, which is to. So believe. Believe. Okay, gets na? Sa slip. Skip. Kung siya voice na kay
Skipped.
skip. Wala siya yung vibrations eh. So to remain consistent, ang voice sa Didia is yes.
Okay, but I would like to emphasize that there are variations already in some graphemes, like when you say build and built. Built. Burned and burnt. Burnt. Spilled
And spilled.
Spilled as in and spilt.
Yes.
Okay. So, sorry about the build and built. Built is the past tense, built is the present tense.
Yes.
But you have spilled, which is also past tense, and you have spilt,
Yes.
which is participial.
Yes.
What is participial? Okay, so I hope we're done with that. Ay, ginawa ko, yung Friday, dili ko kabalo sa mahitabo sa Friday. Pero can you probably give me at least 50 items for phonology, excluding the identification and
application.
multiple choice.
I sure.
Yeah, because it
That's
will be
not
more an
application.
application. Phonology is more an application. So
Yes,
you have
ma'am.
50 items for the application, that's ABC, ha? So you have identification 10, at least 10. Then items for multiple choice, at least 10. And 54, so that makes it 80. Kaya you have several. Daghan naman kayo mong sulod sa inyong drill. Drill has to be more than 5. Okay, go. Ay, sakto na. Sakto na. Pabasahan na sila.
Okay, so basa.
Basa na mo. Ano sila basa? Can we please fast track can we just see okay, some more. Okay. So, basahan na lang ninyo.
Yeah.
Alright. Kasi may mulas. Ay, dili ko maglaso. Maglasi pa kung pikas. Sa Friday. Sa Friday. Oo.
Sa'yo na kayo siya, guys. Yeah,
I picture ma'am.